click, clacky, clack. This thing is still working. All right, what's up, everybody? As promised, actually, let me go quote tweet this real quick. Let me go quote tweet this before I say anything. Let me type my words before I eat them.
You hungry?
Actually made a delicious casserole today. Shout out to my grandmother who, like family recipe type beat. Chicken, cheese, rice, broccoli, cream of chicken soup. Yeah, just amazing stuff. It was really good.
Shout out to the grandmothers, man. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the real cooks.
Great people. Yeah, I'm trying to plug this right now.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
There we go.
I'm done with mine. Woo! All right. Here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the I like to just call this the weekly check-in because last week, after me and Chandler took a hiatus from, watching too much football, which is never a bad thing.
No. You can never get enough.
I could just kind of say it was like a check-in on, the both of us and just on everybody, in the off season. So, yeah. Oh, first spring training game today. Did you see that pitcher get hit in the face? Bobby Miller got hit in the ball, got hit, and it came back and it hit him. Like he was fine. Like he stayed in the dugout and stuff, but like he ate it.
Lord.
I
did see Rosario's home run.
I didn't see anything else except for the pitcher getting hit in the freaking skull by a baseball. Call me the bad news bear. I don't care. But back to football. Call this the weekly check-in. Chandler, how are you doing, bud?
I'm doing good, man. I miss college football. I'm not gonna lie to you. Life's just not the same when you don't have that football just roaming around on your TV. You know what I mean?
Bro,
just roaming the channels.
You saw Texas is getting rid of their spring game?
I did. And South Carolina, right?
It's gonna Ole Miss already got rid of theirs. I mean, they had a glorified hot dog eating contest with Joey.
Yeah, I was about to say y'all barely even really did one. Y'all had some like wicked scoring thing that y'all did, which is it's creative if you're gonna keep it.
Spring football for spectators is all but gone.
Which they said that they do something else. I don't know what that would.
I don't know. Spring football never. It just. My 5-second answer on this is, it's a game that is a huge risk because of injury that coaches don't want to put on. Like, yeah, they want you to see the product, but like, you can't just have like these guys full pads hitting each other like that. Like,
it makes sense, and for the teams that are struggling with their roster, I think that was a reason. I don't know if that's. It'll be in like what, April, around that. So I don't know. That was just something.
There's some that are super early.
Yeah.
There's some that are super late. So, and then there's some that no longer exist.
I will say I went to the 93K day that was in Athens whenever it was Kirby's first year, and I will never forget that. That was sick. The only thing that sucked, they had Ludacris. I think that was the time where they had Ludacris there, and all the speakers were facing that side of the stadium. So anybody on this side, you couldn't hear anything. You didn't hear a single
bass.
No, yeah, that was it. We were sitting in the lower bowl, but like up, because it was. I think it was free. Pretty sure it was free. So you could just sit anywhere, and we couldn't hear a thing. So it sucked. So I've technically heard Ludacris in person before, but haven't actually. No words, just he was there and I was there too. It was cool though. I did love that 93K day. I'll never forget that.
I went to Ole Miss spring game my freshman year, and I don't think I went to the game. Did I go to the game? I think I just went to one of their open practices or something. I don't know.
Mhm.
But I mean, it was like really cool. Like,
Mhm.
you know, I never played tackle football, so like I got to learn football from the complete outside in.
Mhm.
So like, getting in there and seeing like what football, because like I mean, like I didn't play football. Like I don't know what a football practice is like. I don't know like the drill names and stuff. You get it. So just all that stuff is like it's really cool learning experiences, and like you get really like unprecedented, like, because I mean it's not hard to like see. You just get more because there's less eyes.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I think it'll be interesting. You think like they'll change like how spring practices are if they like completely get rid of a spring game? They'll like kind of like have a practice to the public instead, or like
I
a few
mean,
more of those.
maybe. So Georgia used to do this thing where they would have all the athletes, I think it might have just been all the spring time sports, but it was like swimming, football, baseball. Um, they have all the teams out. Gymnastics was there, and they do the signing day. It was outside of Sanford, and we went a couple times. It was back whenever Nick was in college, and it was really cool. Like I got to meet some future Olympians. It was two swimmers that we had at Georgia whenever we were really good back in like so whenever that was. I don't even know. Actually, it may not have been when Nick was there. This might have been more Aaron Murray years, but it was such a cool experience because I mean obviously the quarterback line was just the whole thing was full, and then you'd have the O line sitting there, D line was next, uh, linebackers, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends were I think tight ends and wide receivers were together. I could be wrong, but it was just a cool experience. You got to meet all these athletes, and especially for me as a kid, like it was definitely a memory. And we have the autographs. Uh, I could probably go get one in later, but like it, I think that teams start doing that more, have more access to their players, and then you can throw in NIL opportunities along with that. That like maybe a private thing for businesses and stuff like that that are looking for opportunities with players. I can see them doing that as well after the fanfare.
Yeah. Just interesting times we live in college football. But no, I think you came prepared with a few topics for today.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna kind of let Chandler DJ the show. So what you got?
Well, I was trying to rack my brain for any kind of um, any kind of talking points today because I mean, good lord, there's just not too many in February when you're talking about college football. But um, to start off, I wanted to ask you, what are your favorite group of six teams going into next year? Whether you actually think they're going to make a run, or you maybe you just like the college because you like the college coming up, or um, actually that's the only 2 points. But
Yeah,
which two group of six teams do you think, and maybe one of them make the playoffs? I mean, because there's going to be
that I mean,
most
there's
likely one. Yeah,
got to
there's going
be
to be one
one
now.
that takes the
Yeah.
bid. So I don't. I you just like year after year. I mean, they just get looted more and more for their
Mm-hmm.
talent, like in a good way. Like
Mm-hmm.
players stepping up to bigger and better opportunity. Um, but like a team that's gonna be G5. Okay.
I mean, I can tell you who I'm rocking with, and that's the JSU Gamecocks. Come on now, come
Yeah,
on. I mean, I'm not saying they're gonna make the playoffs, of course, but I'm always repping the college.
I wouldn't be surprised if Southern Miss. Like, okay, look how many Ole Miss players they have over in like the last 3 years, dude. It is like a pipeline, like from Ole Miss, like their portal guys. Oh, they're all going to Hattiesburg. Like the Ole Miss to Southern Miss in the portal pipeline is very strong. So, uh, you add in that you finally have a good coach in Charles Huff, who just led Marshall to their conference title, and somehow that didn't get him an extension. Um, But like, you got all this like, former, power forward talent.
Mhm.
You just didn't have the coaching. So like, I'll see. That's like the only team. Like Tulane, yeah, sure. I mean, like Mensa
Off the
transferred.
off the top of your head, who's the biggest transfer that went from
Mensa.
power four to group of six?
Oh, power four to G5.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I was trying to think off the top of my head. I know there's one.
power four to G5.
There's probably an obvious one. I just can't think of who it is. And the Hawks are coming on. It's a good night.
Let me go look, dude. You know what? That's a good question. Because now I'm intrigued. All right. Keep this one in pocket for a second. Power four to
I mean, I feel like it'd be a quarterback,
G5.
but I just can't. I can't think of who.
Give me a second. I will find it.
I mean, I know Rashada's still in the portal. I don't.
He's not in it yet. Okay, 2G5. If you want to call it, yeah, that would be Malik Murphy.
Where'd he go?
From remember former Texas?
Yeah, he was a Duke.
He went from Duke to Oregon State and then stuck with Oregon State. I can't believe that slipped my mind.
It's also,
and then the next one is a corner that followed Charles Huff from Marshall to Southern Miss. Josh Moten. And then to round out number 3, to G5. Huh. This might take a second to.
Yeah, because I was just trying to think, and I can't think of one off the top of my head, but it feels like there's one that should stick out. Maybe.
There's not a lot of guys going from P4 to G5 like there was in years prior.
Mm. Yeah, what was the USC quarterback's name that did it? I mean, he didn't even play.
What's his freaking name? Former number 1 overall quarterback, like tall, skinny guy, like literally.
Malachi.
Yeah, Malachi.
Nelson? No.
Yeah, Malachi Nelson. Yeah, played it. Like literally can see it. Yeah, Malachi Nelson. Okay. So the next. Oh, that's not P4 to G5. Or that's not P or P4. Yeah, no, that's not.
It's hard. It's tough,
dude. It is. There's not a lot. So,
we can just stick with those two.
We're gonna leave it at that. But then, I'll let you answer this one first. I mean, do you have a favorite like group of 5, group of 6 team to make the playoffs?
Come on. I mean, I'm gonna be biased here. I'm taking JSU. Come on, we got a new head coach coming in. Got the DC from Maryland, right?
Yeah, y'all hired Maryland's DC away from Maryland to be Jacksonville State's D. I had never heard of that.
Start calling JSU.
I read that tweet. And I had felt more confused in my life, but there was just a few instances where I was more confused.
I mean, just look at JSU's track record over the past few years. Beat FSU, almost beat Louisville, almost should have beat South Carolina. I mean, come on. JSU to the ACC. Who says no? Who says no? I mean, come on. You bring Kennesaw State along, keep the rivalry going.
Heck no.
Kennesaw State, Kennesaw State's a bigger school than Georgia. Come on, what are we talking about?
Well, I mean, that's like both our backyards. Like, I love KSU, but
hey, come on.
That stadium is like a
school?
glorified soccer stadium. Not even soccer stadium. That is like a tennis arena with a field in it.
They won't be like SMU and just say we don't need the money. They'll take the money, fix their stadium up, maybe add 5,000 more seats. Maybe they can hit 5 digits, and then we'll be talking. It's like if you put a football stadium in a parking lot at Walmart, something like that.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Speaking of Kennesaw State, how wild was their season last year? Beat Liberty, then they turn around and fire their coach.
I still can't believe they did that. He was there whenever I went there.
I was about to go to that game too.
I remember you saying that.
But all right, what do we got for the next question?
All right. So we're going to do a little reminiscing here. A little reminiscing on the old college football mind, the college football brain. It's about our favorite former players. So either judging them off of talent, their accomplishments, or just a childhood favorite. Who would you say is like a top 3, maybe top 5 that you could create of your favorite former players?
Dude, people don't understand. Like, go look. He's on the Baltimore Ravens practice squad. Former Western Kentucky walk-on turned Ole Miss superstar Dayton Wade. Guys like 5'10" and
never heard of him in my
every
life.
catch in the book.
Let me look up Mr. Dayton Wade.
Dayton Wade. Bro, put George on the highlight tape.
Oh, that guy? Not last year, but the year before?
Yeah, bro, he had yes.
Ah, that was him. Okay.
Like, he does not have a wingspan. He's like 5'10", 5'11", and can jump out of the gym. It just bounces off guys like nobody. Just an electric factory.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a good one. All right, you put in one. What you got?
For me, I'm gonna have to take it back to what years did he play? He played with Mark Richt, but Brandon Boykin, my dog, Brandon Boykin, one of my first ever favorite football players. Played for the Eagles, played for the Steelers. He was a DB. He was our punt returner. You said electric factory. That was him. He was every bit of being electric. He was so fun to watch. He had like either a kick return or a punt return against Michigan State in a bowl game. I think pretty sure we played them back-to-back years in bowl games, but we won one of them. And I think in the one that we won, he returned a punt. But shout out to Brandon, man. He's an absolute legend.
You know that you remember when Lawrence Cager went on that tear?
Dude, he was like prime Megatron. My
that was a fun time.
Mm-hmm. Those
that's one of those what could have been wide receivers for me. Like, I randomly think about like that freaking tear Lawrence Cager went on like all the time, and like what he could have been if he stayed healthy for the whole season with Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think, like,
and it didn't have to be because they were like that good or anything. It could just be because you just liked them for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I mean, I could give you one real quick.
Yeah, you give me one.
Marshawn Lattimore played at South Carolina. I hate the fact that he just absolutely ended his career right before it really took off. I mean, took off in the NFL. I thought he was going to be really good in the NFL, but I'll never forget watching him break his leg. That was horrible. Or whatever he did, break his leg, or his ACL.
We're going to stick at running back. Sony Michel.
Oh, come on.
That running back room with him, wasn't he there when Gurley was there and Chubb? They weren't they there at the same time? That is nuts.
That was our freshman year.
Yeah,
Nick-
there's that iconic picture.
Nick took over for Gurley.
Yep.
I think it was our freshman year.
UGA legend Elijah Holyfield.
Oh my god, dude! Now turned WWE wrestler, or maybe it's AEW.
He finally followed his father's legacy to the ring. Shout out to him. I went watched him play at high school when he was at Woodward Academy. I was a real little kid. A buddy of mine went to Woodward, and his dad's like, "You got to see this running back, Elijah Holyfield. His dad's Evander Holyfield." And like I was always a big sports sicko. I was like, "Holy shit, Evander Holyfield! Didn't he get his ear bitten off?"
Is he still missing his ear? Can he still hear the same?
Hell, for all I knew, Elijah Holyfield. I don't remember the stats at all. All I remember is he kicked ass.
Look, it didn't matter about the stats.
Like, it looked really easy.
All that mattered is just how hard he ran. That's all that mattered. Just the grit was all that mattered. He had soul. He had grit. Lunch pail guy. Hard hat. First guy in, last guy out type of guy.
Oh, who's the Tennessee quarterback that last name started with a V?
A V? I know, was it Garantano?
Yes, that's what I meant. Those were a fun time. Him and Josh, who is it?
Oh, I know.
Bald guy.
Yep.
Josh Jacobs. No.
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name.
Is it Jacob Dobbs?
Josh Dobbs.
Josh Dobbs.
See how it's hard to remember that? It's hard to remember the last time Tennessee beat Georgia.
It's hard to remember the last time Tennessee did jack shit that actually impacted the college football world, besides show up for a playoff game and get their ass kicked.
Well, they beat Alabama twice. I'll give them that.
Yeah, but like
we can't
past that certain whatever they call that certain day in the year.
TSO.
Well, the last Saturday in October?
Third Saturday in October.
Third Saturday in October? Yeah. Past that line right there, they ain't done poo-poo.
I agree.
And they won a bowl game against Iowa because Iowa doesn't know what offense is.
No. Iowa plays one side of the football and hopes it works out.
We already talked about hype the last episode. So if you want to hear Chandler's thoughts and my thoughts about Josh Heupel, we talked about it a little bit in last week's check-in. So go take a listen if you're willing. Yeah, that's all the players I really got. Like I got like teams in mind.
What's the team?
Like Marcus Mariota era Oregon. Like they had some flashy dudes. And then like Mike Thomas, slant man, Ohio State, can't guard Mike. His era with like Garrett Wilson and like not Garrett Wilson, but like other guys that were like around him.
Yeah,
like, really good. Like Braxton Miller at quarterback.
That whole receiver, the run that they've had is just insane for wide receivers. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, they don't miss. I mean, they do. I mean, they missed a couple times. Julian Fleming was a miss.
I mean, that hit rate though is just insane.
Yeah, but the hit rate's off the charts. The hit rate for successful NFL wide receivers that like are very notable too.
Mm-hmm.
So like
really have an impact.
All right, what do we got? We got a third question?
Yes. So this one's for this year because I wanted to bring it back. Who would be your random pick? Maybe a random shot, maybe a distant shot at a Heisman this year. And they can be a couple players, but if you just have one certain one in mind, because I do, and maybe I've been glazing him a little too hard lately, but I'm just a fan. I'm a big fan.
The more and more I get the thought in my head that the Heisman is a quarterback award, the more I hate it. Because the more the more other positions equally deserve it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, at least this year it wasn't. Finally.
Yeah, but historically.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like somebody that's not like your Arch Manning obvious,
I mean, it can be the guy that we talked about last week, because that's probably who I'm rocking with if I'm picking
Cade
a dark
Klubnik.
horse. If I'm picking a dark horse,
I don't think Cade Klubnik should be a dark horse. I actually don't think it's a bad pick, like to even like put like $50 on right now. I don't even care. Pretty sure the way that like DraftKings and FanDuel like they do it, I mean, like you can put $50 on it, and like if it goes up or like the odds are likely, it's kind of like the cash out may go up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but Cade Klubnik's a great choice just because I mean they're two of their core wide receivers were true freshmen. Brian Westco and I think Antonio Williams. Like true freshmen. And then they got a transfer wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
And they have Peter.
This guy's got to be good.
And they have Peter Woods.
He's from like Southeast Missouri. It looks pretty solid, dude.
Okay,
but
the
no, I
Hawks
think
are
Cade
going
Klubnik's
insane
a
right now.
Great choice for, not even dark horse Heisman. He's a top 3. He's my QB1 returning for next year.
I didn't know what the temperature was on Cade's Heisman, but I agree fully.
Did you look?
No, I was just going off of what your answer would have been. I didn't want to like jump the gun and then be wrong, but that's where I'm at.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
I'm a big fan.
How did we forget about all the numbers that Kenny Dillingham put up? What about Sam Leavitt? Leavitt, however you want to say it.
Oh, yeah.
Arizona State. True freshman last year. Or redshirt freshman. Transfer from Michigan State.
Especially being in the Big 12.
I mean, picked last. And then they damn near, they should have went to the semis.
I'll never forget.
They blew it.
Dude, I'll never forget watching them against Wyoming and being like, they're pretty good.
I will remember that zero blitz call. That was the most obvious zero blitz call in the history of football. Like, right play call just, didn't have the dogs, didn't have the guys to get through the line.
No Jimmys and Joes.
Credit to Texas offensive line giving the, final, hoorah to prevail them to victory pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Cade, Sam. I mean, like Miller Moss is at where's Miller Moss? Miller Moss is at Louisville. Colin Lacey is coming back for Louisville.
NCAA 25 legend.
He's good. So like you have a guy that's returning, so that's really good.
Ron Puglisi. I mean,
Laura Sellers.
Yeah, actually, I was joking, but yeah.
I mean, like there's so many like shoes and holes to fill in college football right now. It's insane.
Mm-hmm. I'm really worried about the whole branching off just the two conferences or to a super conference and leaving most of college football. But
at this point, go look how bad the Big Ten is. Go look how.
Oh, I don't have to look. Trust me.
I
I know.
almost rage tweeted the other day because freaking how did we forget to talk about this? Luke Fickell got extended. Luke Fickell is a freaking fraud. Luke Fickell got freaking flamed by Alabama at home.
Having that Ohio State clause in his conference or in his contract is so funny.
You got like cornball stuff like that in your contract.
If Ohio State comes calling, trust me.
This man hired Alex Grinch as his DC after everything Alex Grinch has done in the history of football.
He's a great
and he
coach.
hired Phil Longo as his OC. I mean, it was like a death wish. And somehow this guy prevails and gets an extension and wins like 7 games. So, I don't know. I completely disagree with it. I mean, they're getting freaking sued by this Xavier Lucas guy for, the whole Miami thing. Try to hold him hostage and, keep him at Wisconsin, whatever you want to freaking call it. I mean, there is not a bright side in Wisconsin football right now.
We still got jump around.
Yeah, I mean, at least Alex Grinch is gone and Phil Longo's gone. But I mean, like,
yeah, but
jump around,
jump around, up and get down.
All right, they got to play Alabama again next year.
Oh, shoot,
at Alabama.
Let me tell you from personal experience, not fun.
No, it's not.
And then in the second half, it was pretty fun.
You don't win there.
And then not fun. I wish we played Alabama more, like in the regular season. Because, like, dude, this year is going to be the first year that Bama's been to Athens in 10 years. And we've never played Texas A&M at Kyle Field. I don't even know if we've played A&M ever in the regular season since I joined the conference. Which is, I don't understand how that happens. But.
Speaking of personal experience of, being a professional owner of the Aggies, 3-game win streak. Jimbo can't buy a win versus the Lane Train. They ain't nothing. You ain't missing out anything playing no Aggie.
Accent is crazy.
Only thing you're missing out on is some good Twitter banter with, good old Unc Billy Lucci over at Texags.
Shout out to my guy, Sidelines A&M.
Yeah, they've got some. A&M's got a great handful of guys. Like, what's his name? AT Aggies today. Jackson, shout out to him. I got a boatload of like buddies that I've met, like that are A&M fans that are just freaking awesome. So, Billy, Texags, and just have like hella people. So, But you ain't missing none besides that. No midnight yell with some.
Can you imagine doing
leaders of cheer that are a little different? Can
you imagine
leaders of cheer? Not cheerleaders, leader of cheer.
Go Aggies! Like, bro, what do we do? Bro, I don't care what kind of tradition that is. I never thought
the whole whoop thing is.
I never thought that I would hate a tradition more than I do Georgia's Silver Britches tradition. That one I hate a lot more. That one I hate the most. And also, maybe it's unpopular. I don't know. I hate the fact that we only wear silver pants. I hate it. I really do. I hate it.
Well,
Don't care if I'm in the minority there. It's tradition. We need to stay with tradition. No, we don't. No, we don't. It's not like we're changing the logo, which we did do, but it's not like we're changing that. Just wear different pants.
dude, I hate.
Why are you
Adidas
scared to wear a
uniforms.
black shirt?
I
Or
hate
jersey?
Adidas uniforms.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, did you see the basketball uniforms they put out for Texas A&M?
Worst uniforms
And
ever
they
made.
did for like all the Adidas schools. They did for Indiana too.
Worst uniforms ever made.
I mean, like what? Like what pea-sized creativity, like second grade class did you pull like questionnaire from to get that design? You
like
looked at that and you put like hundreds of thousands of dollars into that?
My passion is graphic design. Like that's some of the worst I've ever seen. Risache might have 20 rebounds this game. I'm not gonna lie to you, but
Can
yeah,
you see the
it's
comments?
no.
Can
I don't
you?
think there are any.
Yeah, I don't think I don't. I
don't think there are any.
read one out loud.
No. I got the game on right. I have my
Okay.
monitors right here, and then in the middle I have the Hawks game.
Okay. But yeah, no, Adidas, like they've got like they do a pretty good job. Georgia Tech, look, he has some drippy uniforms.
Mhm.
Trying to like give Adidas some Washington's easy. You can't fuck that one up. It's purple and gold, dude.
That has to be the worst uniform I've ever seen, though. Like honestly,
yeah, just like what? That's where Adidas does this like mistake. Like you have the same like question like once every 3 years with Adidas. And like they just keep doing it. It's like a publicity stunt. Like IHOB. Remember when IHOB said they were going to turn to International House of Burgers?
I remember that. I forgot that even happened, but I do.
They changed the P to a B on like 5 locations, and everybody started going bananas. So what, like that gives me like Adidas doing this to the uniform gives me that vibe. Like I'm trying to think about like, I mean, like I don't think Miami's uniforms are bad. I just think they've been the same for freaking 2 eternities.
Mm-hmm.
Adidas.
They're such an iconic team. It's just so crazy that they've.
Indiana has such basic uniforms that you can't. That's not an Adidas concept. That's like a uniform 101 what they wear. Like that's really all the Adidas teams I can think about. What do you think about Under Armour? I think they can only pull off a team if they have the color black. Like they pull off Maryland when they're wearing black. They pull off South Carolina when they're wearing black. Who else does Under Armour have? Yeah, you get Auburn, but like Auburn's uniforms is like it's been the same forever.
The fact that Auburn's an Under Armour school is so funny. Are they still an Under Armour school?
Oh, didn't they like get bought by Nike or something?
I thought so.
Yeah, they did. For right now, they're wearing Under Armour jerseys right now.
I don't know who
they're almost out of the allegations.
Yeah,
can't beat them yet though.
Yeah,
this happened like last year. I remember this too. It was a big thing. You're spot on with it. Am I missing an Under Armour school?
Yeah, there's probably a couple, but
like Maryland and South Carolina are the only ones that like ever come to mind.
Oh. Well, if you want, since it's about to start in about 10, 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's the last one.
You want to get into our final question?
Hell yeah. So final question for the final.
I wish I had some patriotic music, but fly, Eagle, fly. Fly, Eagle, fly. Team USA. Who you got tonight?
So they put that guy on the team, and then they basically like hyped it up like Thanos was going to come save our ass, and then all of a sudden he just pulled a 360, and Quinn Hughes is not playing no more. Like what? Fake us out like that?
What happened?
That guy that was going to, the USA guy that got injured.
I know there was a couple
There was one guy. You didn't see this?
Or Chitut brothers?
Bro, they were hyping this guy up like he was Thanos coming to save us. Quinn Hughes. Like the quote is like Quinn Hughes is coming. Like it was like
I saw that at the bottom of the TV, but I had no idea what it meant. I saw it at work the other day.
And then because he was replacing somebody that got injured, like rightfully so.
Mm-hmm.
And then like 12 hours after they announced he was coming, the Team USA coach is like, yeah, he's not going to play. Like, what? What's the whole point of even saying that he – like, what?
I am worried with all those injuries to like really good players that –
there are so many good people. So many GMs tonight are like –
mm-hmm.
Dude, there's so many superstars. I mean, if there's an injury bug tonight, like, please do not – wherever I think the game's in Boston, please do not be in Boston. Like that there's so many pieces to the NHL that like they cannot afford to lose.
I try to get into hockey, but I don't have a team, so it's.
No. I kind of like enjoy that though. I kind of like like Ole Miss is my team. Chandler, I think he's a Georgia fan. I can't tell though.
Wait, what?
I said I think you're a Georgia fan. I can't tell though. No way. But like, I kind of enjoy taking a step back and like losing fandom for a second, just like we do on here with college football, and have that in hockey. So it's like you don't get attached to a team. Like every day I wake up with the worst thought in my mind that I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan and we fucking suck. And I'm a Hawks fan. And we cannot get above 500 to save our life.
Hey, we were, and then we lost our best player, our second best player. But we're winning 26-11 right now.
We cannot trade Clint Capella to save our life. We traded – who did we trade? We traded Cody Zeller, and we couldn't even get somebody to bite at Clint Capella. Like, do you know the levels of sadness that brings me?
Nobody wants that contract. I can't blame them. $20 million a year for buns. I really can't blame them.
We traded Cody Zeller, but we couldn't get rid of Clint Capella.
Just tough.
I already hate George Niang. George Niang.
He just missed the shot. As you said that. He just missed the shot.
I know, because he missed the game-winning shot in New York with a wide-open corner three, and all this man does is shoot threes, and, like, it was a really close miss, but, like, buddy, you missed. Like, you have to have a straight line to make it from the corner. Like, the corner is it's the closest, place for a three, most aligned, straight shot, whatever you want to freaking call it.
I mean, if he would actually make his threes, which he's career like 40%, so I'll take it.
I know, that's the only thing I swear. He probably has merchant championship somewhere, because this guy's been traded like 7 times. Like, this guy's been on the Cavaliers to Sixers to he's on the Hawks now. I mean, he was Lord knows where else before. But yeah, I already hate his game. I already dislike him as a human being. Needs to get out of here ASAP before I get angry. Clint Capella, you can beat it too, brother.
Oh, he's playing. Clint's back.
No, this is not good news. All right.
Honestly, he just blocked the shot, so I'll take it. But I mean, we need him. If he'll be our backup center, I don't hate that. But even then, Onyeka, the Onyeka experiment's kind of dying out. I'm not gonna lie to you, but
well, he needs help. He needs a big man. He can play the 4.
Breaking: Billy Napier will remain the play caller for the
Bro,
offense.
this has been known for. Is this
Gator season just tweeted out. It just popped up one more time.
That's not breaking news. It's been a known fact.
Yeah, somebody commented.
Billy Napier is a control hog. He wants to have all control.
Hog.
Shout out Chris Marler for retweeting the stream.
Bang bang yang.
This is kind of like a Marler-ish stream. Just getting like completely off the rails talking about Clint Capella.
I'm a big fan of Marler.
Yeah, I like Marler's
big
work
fan.
too. I'm not a fan about how Marler switches up his allegiances every 5 minutes, but like besides that, the hustle and the grind is well respected.
Hey, look, man's got to do what a man's got to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
I respect it.
Dude, you haven't watched. Well, I was talking about it with Chandler before the stream. I got it on my monitor over here, dude. I'm watching John Gruden. I did not know this. Like, pause your freaking life right now. Listen to this. I did not know how good of a troll John Gruden was. Like, I know he had a little bit of fire and spice into, like, you know, football X's and O's and, like, you know, being like a, you know, high energy guy. But, like, dude, this guy is a freaking content gold mine. Like, you strap a camera to this guy like they have with, you know, Jake Malasek and, you know, throw in, you know, like college players right now at the FFCA, the Fired Football Coaches Association. I mean, just like the most badass XFL for coaches. I always saw like the FFCA and like I never bothered to look up. I always thought it was like fellowship for something.
Mm-hmm. Like the FCA.
Yeah. And then, because it has like a bunch of this, like, you know, it's basically the same acronym.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty close. So that's always what I assumed it was linked to. And then I overheard in a video the FFCA, the Fired Football Coaches Association.
I wish I could talk like him just for a day, or just like do a good impression.
What, like Gruden?
Yeah.
I wish I could have half the ball knowledge John Gruden has. I mean, this guy is just whipping up X's and O's. He's got a whiteboard here. They all got X's and O's on it. They all got lines and arrows, and so it's pretty badass. But you gotta watch John Gruden and what he's doing at Barstool Sports, just on his YouTube, and I mean even on his Twitter. He did an interview with Ashton Jeanty at Super Bowl week. It was very, very, very funny. Ashton Jeanty put John Gruden on. Did you see the video of him listening to Migos?
I did see the Migos clip.
That's stemming from the interview. Ashton Jeanty looked over at John Gruden. He's like, "What you know about some Migos?" He's like, "Casamigos." He's like, "Nah, the Migos." And then, so he's told him to like write down a couple of songs, like handed him his phone and like said, "Put it in my notes." And like he was listening to "Walk It Like I Talk It" while watching somebody's All 22 film. Pretty badass. I didn't know. Did you know Sharpie was sponsoring athletes? Like Ashton Jeanty pulled up to that uniform in a Sharpie hoodie. Like it's not even like that, like design, but it's just like a Sharpie hoodie is just
such
like
a random company
such a badass random thing to have.
It's like an Expo hoodie, like an Expo marker.
Yeah, it's
random.
It's the same thing. It's the same concept, like a marker brand that's a hoodie. Like It just this. I'm a sucker for script logos that are good.
Mm.
Sharpie's got a damn good one.
Yeah, I'm sponsored by Charmin. What?
Yeah.
Why? I get free
Listen,
toilet paper.
we're definitely in the era of like bizarre sponsors.
Oh yeah.
Like Ryan Williams, like I guess nail polish is not a very bizarre thing in the world.
I'd say it is. Like it's pretty
No,
prominent.
like it's very common in the world, like nail polish. Like for men, no, but like it's easily accessible, very commonly seen all over the
Mhm.
world. So I guess like him and Caleb Williams getting the thing for the nail polish. Like, I mean, all I gotta do is paint your nails a certain color. I mean, like you get like a couple thousand. That's freaking easy as hell. Like, I'm not even
Imagine,
on any.
dude.
I'm not even on any BS. Like, I'd do that in a heartbeat. Like, do you not like?
Imagine Target gave them a sponsorship or like gave them some money, like say Ron Williams, if he did the Target logo on a fingernail. Dude, that's
But that's
just
so small. That's so.
genius.
Your
Well, he
fingers
wears
are covered
gloves.
up. He's a receiver.
Yeah, that's they say he wears gloves. Caleb could. But like imagine they take a picture of the football, like zoom in, Target
Right.
logo, boom. Come on.
Do their Photoshop editing thing.
They can make a commercial out of it. Dude.
Yeah. But like, dude, if you like, I'm not even on no BS. Like that's just a little bit of paint right here, and they're covered up in the game. And you're making thousands of dollars. Like
It could be for like the media interviews.
that is
after.
like practically passive income.
Yep.
That's just
That's
nuts.
the name of the game too, is getting passive income.
Right. It's just nuts. Trying to think about any other crazy. Like we got the private jet, all out things for the quarterbacks. Like Jackson Dart was the first one to have it. Then Carson Beck.
Speaking of,
They find his car yet?
I don't know.
But either one of them?
They found Haley's.
Yeah.
I do know that. But
Miami has been a cruel experience for Carson Beck so far, to say the least.
no, not our problem anymore.
No, but I do not wish what he has had to experience via the internet and what happened to his belongings this morning.
Yeah, I would never wish it on anybody.
Or what happened to his elbow on anybody.
Yeah, I would never wish that on anybody.
So yeah, I don't know.
That's all I got.
Looking at John Gruden right now, this guy's got a freaking big China like drum thing in the back. He just in the middle of his film room.
He has a gong?
Yes. Man, I was talking with Juice Wells about how you go up and get a rebound like Julio Jones used to bring down a football for the Falcons. He's like, hiya! It's like, show him how you get a rebound in basketball, Wells. Made the sound again. Just uber enthusiastic. Just one of a kind voice and coach. He got thrown under the bus by something. I'm glad he bounced back.
Well,
You remember, I mean, like, I don't agree with
it was crazy. It was
the whole situation is like you could obviously tell like way out of our pay range or proportion. Like
no, I wouldn't. It was crazy. I wouldn't.
Yeah, it was.
I wouldn't touch
crazy.
that.
But I'm always proven. You're innocent until you're proven guilty. So I always love a good bounce back story, though. I hope RG3 bounces back. Gets a good deal with whoever he signs with next. That was kind of effed up by ESPN. Can't lie. They did it to a couple people like that. Who was that? It was the Sam girl that was on like NFL game, like their like core NFL show. They just like booted her out.
Yeah, I know you talked about, but I can't think of. I can see her face, but I can't.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
That's all I got, dog. You got anything else?
Combine next week. Ooh. Okay, hear me out, chap. Chandler, you ever heard of playback TV?
Mm-hmm.
So if we do playback, we can literally have this plus the combine running at the same time. So if I can set that up before the combine next week, I will absolutely do it. Because that'd be fun.
I'd probably be at work for most of those days, but because don't they do it during like lunch and stuff like that?
Yeah, but it's during the week.
Yeah.
It runs for a good couple hours.
Yeah.
But no, we have some sort of football-related activity next week.
I know my boy Zay will be there.
Yeah, and then we got all the pro days after that.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay. What do you think? There's been actually, now that comes up, Louis Riddick put out a tweet the other week, and it was like kind of a shot at all the hotshot people that, you know, are very talented at the game of football to the point where they don't think that they need to go to the NFL Combine. Like kind of challenging them to throw because, you know, all the great ones went to the Combine. All the great ones threw.
Mm-hmm.
All the great ones ran the 40.
I think it's smart, honestly. You're
asking
me?
I always encourage the push of, like, you know, you see how many guys that, you know, Dan Jackson, Shiloh Sanders, you name it, got, you know, did not receive an invite to the NFL Combine.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get an invite, like top priority, and you're going to accept the invite and then do nothing but do media, like, it's kind of disrespectful. Like, they're trying to like push that as like not respecting the process of becoming a pro.
Yeah. I feel like if you're a projected top 5, top 10 pick, you don't have much to gain. Like, there's not going to be much movement. It's going to be more based off of like just where a team is. Like, if you're the highest rated at your position, I feel like you have more to lose than you do to gain by going to the combine. Now, teams could look at it and say, "Oh, well, he didn't want to compete." You know, yeah. But like, nobody's saying that to Travis Hunter. Like, if he didn't go, nobody's gonna be like, "Oh, look at him, he didn't want to compete." You're still taking him top 5. You are. Like, you're not gonna not take Travis Hunter. So and if Travis went out there and hurt himself because he was trying too hard on a drill, like say the 40-yard dash, he pulled something or tore something, I don't know. But I mean, there's been people that got hurt doing the 40-yard dash. I feel like there's too much to lose, honestly. Like, you're just kind of playing with your money for something that, for some people it's really good because they need it to, you know, show that they prove themselves and stuff like that. But like for a top 5 pick, you can't, like, okay, the number 1 pick, you can't go higher than 1. So what's the point, personally?
You're the standard everybody's trying to beat. So like,
there's just no point. Like, you have more to lose than you do to gain. You can't go higher than the first pick. So I don't blame anybody for not. It's like whenever athletes sit out. Like, I don't blame you. After what happened to Marshawn Lattimore, I don't blame you. Like, you are playing with your money. You are playing with your career. I don't blame you. Nothing. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. So,
but like, would you agree with me if I say I'd rather you decline the invite entirely so somebody else can have the opportunity?
Yes.
And you not take away their presence in like the media or something?
Yeah, I feel like if a player just goes for media, I don't feel like that should take away. That should count as an invite, personally. But
yeah,
because not many are gonna like decline an invite and just do media only. So I don't feel like that should count towards the number that goes, but I feel like it should just be the number should just be the athletes on the field. But that's just me. Hell, if
Yeah,
they
I agree.
decline the invite, then make them pay. If they want to have make the college pay for them to go have the media access or something like that.
Well, he's not a student enrolled anymore,
True.
unless the student is still enrolled. Like,
Well, they make money now. Hell,
yeah. Thoughts.
if you don't compete, you don't get access to the media. How about that?
I mean, if you don't compete, you don't have film, so might as well. You gotta have something. Yeah, no, I always love the combine though. It's always nice to have like a live, not even game, just like fun chat, just all the hopes are high, all the morale is high because you got high hopes for these guys that, showed such high potential in college, getting their turn. So just, I mean, I don't know if the combine will ever move from Lucas Oil Stadium, but like,
I could see
don't
him
know
taking it to
why.
Vegas or something like
I
that.
don't. Yeah, like I've heard because there's fans now. There's kind of like there's a little bit of money knocking on the door.
They're trying to monetize everything. So
Right. Like I think Noble was like the sponsor last year, and they like had it over like every player like shirt like Noble. Like I didn't understand it, but it was like somebody could get a sponsorship and you tell them to slap it on every athlete's chest and like blow it up. Like you got the money for that? Shout out to you. Because like I definitely figured out what Noble was after that. But yeah, no, it's always interesting just to like see athletes like the Senior Bowl in Mobile. It's like, what the heck does Mobile have to offer? What the heck does Indiana at the end of February have to offer?
Cold.
Nothing. Yeah. So I don't know. All right. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. I guess we'll make this a Thursday thing. So see y'all next Thursday. And make sure you subscribe and follow both of us. Peace.
Go USA.
Go USA.